Vous pouvez aussi imaginer que Nadal, qui est un grand combatteur de tennis, a toujours cherché le challenge de résoudre les problèmes. Et je pense que Roger, c'est la même chose. Peut-être qu'ils ont chacun leur philosophie, comment résoudre le problème. Roger a toujours besoin de sentir quelque chose de positif. Il a toujours besoin de sentir l'ouverture d'une possibilité, d'un chemin, d'une solution.
Pierre is definitely part of my mental game, even though I don't feel like I do any mental work for tennis. But let's say if we catch up together and we're working out, probably 30% of it is talking, about possibilities. What could we change? What could we do? What else could we improve? How's life at home, Roger? And I'll talk to him about it, So I'm very open and honest. I think Pierre knows a lot about me, more than most people in my life.
Il a toujours été lui-même. Et je pense que c'est ça, son immense travail mental qu'il a fait dans toute sa vie. Et j'ai vu ça déjà quand il était jeune. Il a toujours cherché à trouver un équilibre entre ce qu'il faut faire et comme il est lui.
His attention to detail into his training, his practice, his injury prevention, his schedule, and his matches is incredible. And I think sometimes he doesn't get almost the credit he deserves because he makes it look so easy. He's a good physique that doesn't put too much stress on his joints. He's a great mover. He's well balanced. So people think, well, it's just natural. It's a God-given talent. And he does have enormous talent, but he works just as hard as anyone else at improving all those attributes.
If family and wife's not happy, then my tennis is gonna wobble, And then if this doesn't work out, the fitness is not right. And everything, it's like a Jenga block building, And everything needs to fall into place. My wife, who I met back in 2000 at the Olympics, she's been a rock, in my life, She's been there, gave me consistency.
Is the guy you're with, is he very nice?
Yeah, he's very nice as well.
I think most important is that you're authentic, that you're yourself, and that's what Roger is. Off the court, I think it's very important, but also on the court, If you try to show things that are not really inside of you, then it doesn't work. The whole puzzle doesn't work.
Roger, il cherche le jeu parfait, il cherche l'harmonie, il cherche la créativité. Mais il ne faut pas oublier que Roger est aussi prêt à se battre. Roger est un artiste qui sait se battre. Et puis Nadal est un combattant qui sait être artiste aussi. C'est comme quand vous faites du ballet. On ne voit pas le travail, mais on sait que ces gens travaillent très dur pour exprimer de la grâce, pour exprimer de l'harmonie.
Creo que el control del tiempo creo que es lo que te guía hacia el éxito. Los grandes deportistas de la historia es que a nivel mental tienen la capacidad de pensar más rápido, de ver más rápido y de tomar decisiones importantes más rápido que los otros.
Fantastic point. all, full set, tiebreak.
You didn't really think that he was going to give this championship away after 5 years as the boss.
Both players receive one additional challenge. Thank you. Thank you. Quiet, please. Nadal.
Nadal takes back the advantage.
As confident as we are, and we need to have that confidence, we also need to know the other side, that it's always dangerous.
Nadal is closing in on this Wimbledon men's singles title.
You learn so much from the sport, from winning, from losing, trying to figure out, and just being uncomfortable and trying to fight through those difficult moments.
Crucial blow. Uncle Tony can't even watch anymore.
5-2, Nadal.
He's coached this young man, his nephew, since he was 4 years old.
Recuerdo que estaba Rafael 5-2 arriba, con 2 saques. El partido estaba casi ganado.
And he is 2 points away from the championship, and he will serve the next 2 points.
Pero en aquel momento sí que tengo la sensación de nerviosismo, ¿no?
Cuando falla el primer saque, yo le digo a Carlos Costa, que estaba sentado a mi lado, le digo doble falta, y no quise mirar.
Y antes, cuando fallo el primer saque, tengo la sensación de poder hacer doble falta.
Nadal.
Federer, he is a champion, he has that mentality in him, and started to see Nadal at the other end just shaken a little and a little scared. And Federer jumped on that.
Set point or match point from here on in.
Federer.
Oh, he waited for it.
8-7, Nadal.
And that means championship point.
Cuando estoy sacando para ganar Wimbledon, pensé, voy a ganar Wimbledon.
I remember to be on the chair and doing like.
Oh my goodness.
For Roger to hit a shot at that moment with that incredible pace off the backhand was jaw-dropping.
Creo que es la peor sensación que he tenido en una pista de tenis. Porque yo nunca pienso, voy a ganar eso, voy a ganar, juego el punto, pero para mí era tan importante aquel partido que sentí que la pelota la tenía allí y pensé que iba a ganar.
The two best passing shots of the tournament, without doubt, have just taken place on the last 2 points. It's 8-all. What's next? 2 championship points gone for Nadal.
Sheer quality from both players.
Roger pulled out the 4-set tiebreaker and had saved a few match points, because that seemed like it took it to this whole new level.
Haven't seen a tiebreak like that since Borg-McEnroe 1980. It was up there.
We really do have the classic confrontation here. The best server, McEnroe, against the best returner, and the most volatile player in the world against the calmest.
On the court, there was something special to see John's face. You knew that this is going to be a hell of a fight. This is going to be a hell of a match.
And you have to hand it to both men. There hasn't been an inch given by either of them. And they both looked down the gun barrel, and they're both still alive.
I always gave 100, and I wanted to win. That was the most memorable match in my career, and to win for the 5th time in a row, to beat John in the final, was something special.
Borg and McEnroe is something that people are still talking about nearly 40 years on, and that will continue.
So the #2 player in the world, just watching the scene, waiting for the day when perhaps he'll have this chance to do that.
I've spent the last 25 years of my life trying to figure out a way to remember the wins instead of dwelling on my losses.
It goes for both Chris and I. We would have both won a whole bunch more if the other one wasn't around, but we wouldn't have been as good a tennis player.
At the end of the tournament, we were the only ones in the locker room on Sunday. One of us was a winner, one of us was a loser. One of us would always be comforting the other one. I saw her in her most vulnerable moments. I think that Martina and I got to a point where it was like, you know, okay, the match is over. This is all about human compassion now. You embrace the fact that maybe this rivalry is bigger than you, and you're a part of something wonderful.
They share something, these players. I see it when they retire. Having spent time on the Champions Tour, you see that they're often happiest in each other's company. Certainly Borg and McEnroe are.
When I did win it, I felt like I could fly for that couple seconds or minute when it happened, because I felt like I finally earned it. But at the same time, soon afterwards, my greatest rival quit.
81 was my last year. I just lost my motivation for tennis. And then the worst thing came, that I didn't care if I was winning or losing. And that's not me.
He was retiring, he told us. A few months after the Open, when I played him in the 81 Open, he said, I'm retired. We thought he was kidding. We laughed. It felt like tennis was bigger than ever, and we were on the cover of Sports Illustrated, and people were talking about it, and we were, it was happening, you know, and I was like, what are you doing? I mean, this is crazy. I couldn't believe that he was even thinking about it.
I think it's too bad for the game, and it's too bad for me, because my best tennis has been against him, but...
I did, over the course of the next couple of years, try to talk him into coming back, or wanting him to come back, or when are you coming back? I would have been happy for him to come back and lose my #1 ranking, because I think he was that important to the game, and he was that important to me.
Now, for the second year in a row, a 5-set final between the two best players in the world.
The way that match unfolded, I remember the producer saying to me, what can you see? What can you tell us from the statistics as we head into this 5th set that will determine the Wimbledon champion? And I remember thinking, stats right now just feel utterly irrelevant.
These guys were doing their thing at a level we hadn't seen before. I think I felt like I owe it to the players not to sort of be a loudmouth and sort of say, oh, this is what they should do now in the 5th. That's a bunch of baloney at that stage. This is emotional. This is like heart and will.
Again, Federer. And for the first time in 3 hours and 37 minutes, Roger's in the lead.
It's something where you have to say, let's just watch this and enjoy something, because this doesn't come along very often.
That's the first time we've seen Rafa Nadal shake his head this entire tournament, and why not? 2 match points in the 4-set tiebreaker. Brilliantly played. The 2 spots of rain here on centre court, I'm afraid. Getting a little heavier. Downplay is stopping. That is too bad. 3 hours and 56 minutes of first-class drama on centre court.
Nos paramos, se paró el partido 2-2 en el 5º set, y yo pensaba que el partido allí estaba perdido, que Federer ya tenía más opciones de victoria.
Rafa había perdido los 2 años anteriores con Federer y había tenido aquí la ocasión de ganar. y se le había esfumado delante de su cara.
Yo me fui hacia el vestuario porque me pensaba que me encontraría a Rafael bastante desanimado, ¿no? Pensé, bueno, ¿qué le digo a Rafael para motivarle? ¿Qué le digo para levantarle el ánimo?
No puedo saber lo que Tony pensaba decirme en aquel momento o no, pero yo estaba preparado para asumir el reto y para asumir la adversidad en todo momento. Y eso fue lo que le dije a Tony, ¿no? Yo no voy a fallar. Federer podía ganarme la final, pero yo no iba a perder la final. Si el otro me gana, me gana. Pero yo no voy a perder.
And those clouds are clearing off those ones on the right.
We are so very different in how we approach things, yet if you scratch underneath the surface, you realize that we're probably quite similar. Constantly thinking, what could be my next play? It's like a chess game, you know, like there's always a next move.
Wondrous forehand.
Federer leads 6-5, final set.
Yo claro que admiro el juego de Federer, ¿no? Y quien no admira el juego de Federer quizás es que dos cosas, ¿no? No sabe de tenis o por mucho que seas fan de otro jugador, uno tiene que tener la capacidad de reconocer la excelencia, ¿no? Y Federer a nivel tenístico pues es excelente en todos los sentidos, ¿no?
Nadal, 6-0, final set.
There's no tiebreak in a fifth and deciding set at Wimbledon, so we go on. There has to be a two-game advantage. And Nadal will come out to serve again to stay in the match.
Final set.
Imagine being 2 sets to love up against a guy you've never beaten in the Wimbledon final before, and then he starts to come back at you, and he's starting to show everybody how he's won all of these Wimbledon titles. How Nadal held it together after that, I don't think I'll ever know.
Advantage, Nadal.
Here is another break point, the fourth of the game.
Nadal leads by 8-7, final set.
The tennis was incredibly good. The only concern is maybe the darkness.
The court was almost being lit by flashbulbs at the end. It was painfully dark.
Stopping a match for darkness is up to the referee. But because they're not reacting to it, okay, let's keep playing until a point where it's getting too dark.
There's been occasions where major events, such as Wimbledon, have gone on to the next day.
This had just been too good to say, wait a second, we're going to stop and come back and play perhaps one game the next day.
Let's try to finish it. Let's try to have a winner tonight.
Defending champion is at the mercy of Rafael Nadal here. Well, no wonder people stand. 3 match points Nadal has had. 3 times he's been on the brink, and 3 times Federer has said no.
Advantage, Nadal.
The runner-up, Roger Federer. And the Wimbledon Gentlemen's Singles Champion for 2008, Rafael Nadal.
And the fact that you beat Roger here on centre court in arguably one of the greatest finals we've ever seen, does that make this even more special?
Well, for sure, you know, when Roger here after 5 years, I lost the last 2 finals, close finals, but he's still the #1, he's still the best, he's still 5 times champions here, and right now I have 1, so for me it's very, very, very important.
And now, having shared this contest together, they now share the limelight, and rightly so. There's 2 champions there, no 6 in a row for Roger Federer, but the first French Open Wimbledon double since Bjorn Borg.
We'll be talking about that match for decades. I think I'm going to see another 50 years of matches, and I'd be surprised if it's better.
First of all, can I just say thank you as a tennis player
that you allowed us to be part of this amazing spectacle. I mean, is that any consolation?
A little bit. Thanks, John. No, it's tough. It's tough. It hurts.
In the moment itself, you know, I was like, oh my God, this is the worst day of my life. It was really with like maybe 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks after the match that I really started to feel the magnitude of the match.
These two haven't played each other since Wimbledon, so this is a treat for us and I'm loving it.
Se cambió un poco la historia que se venía escribiendo durante los últimos años.
I had to embrace the idea of a rival. In the beginning, I didn't want to have one.
Maybe I'll try later again. I don't know. God, it's killing me.
And then eventually I realized there's something good to take out of these situations. So I maybe have to adjust my game a little bit. I don't like to do that per se, but why not? Let's go.
There's one title that he has not yet won. He's the guy who's got to prove himself.
As much as you just only want to win, you also want to become the best player you can be in your lifetime.
I can't help but think that from the island of Mallorca right now, Rafa Nadal feels good for Roger.
El circuito va evolucionando, los jugadores van evolucionando. Tú, si quieres mantener la misma posición, tienes que haber mejorado y haber evolucionado del jugador que eras hace 8 o 10 años.
Federer's 15th Grand Slam championship, that breaks the tie with Pete Sampras.
I don't know if Roger would still be around if Rafa hadn't been born. It's hard to stay motivated, and they kind of pulled each other.
Ellos están obligados siempre a ir al límite, a ir un poco más lejos. Y esto, pero no solo el mejorar para ganar, sino el mejorar como razón de vida.
What makes it stand out from any other rivalry, they're both exceptional people. They both have such a respect for each other. They both are very humble.
Uno puede ganar, puede perder.
This year's runner-up, Roger.
Djokovic. He throws the king of rolling arrows.
Y eso es parte de nuestra vida y uno tiene que saber convivir con esas dos historias, la derrota y la victoria.
These two guys at their age, with all that they've accomplished, with the chance to play each other again.
Especially as you get older, you start to feel like, how many more opportunities am I going to have to do this?
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2017 champion of the Australian Open, Roger Federer.
Thank you, guys. You stand there on the podium and there's a standing ovation going on. Everybody's listening. You could hear a pin drop.
I don't think we both, either one of us, believed that we're going to be in the finals of Australia when we saw each other. And here we stand in the finals.
I remembered also how I felt in 2008, and he must have felt the same in 2017. What can you say, you know?
Tennis is a tough sport. There's no draws, but if there was going to be one, I would have been very happy to accept a draw tonight and share it with Rafa, really.
I learn a lot from those matches, and you feel like almost you grow up, you know, and you have more experience in life because of these matches. You start respecting each other more and more because in those moments, it's so personal, it's so intense.
I mean, there's no question that these two guys made each other better players. The quality is better than it's ever been.
What a treat. What a treat to have two of the greatest of all time playing at the same time. You know, it's just, we're so lucky.